folks, this is Jason Fisher with Fisher Gaming again, and today we start a new story arc for Zoe Morgan. Now, the story arc I plan on doing starting today is another one of those story arcs that was off to the side. One of the story arcs that was originally part of the original storyline, but when they decided to streamline it, they took it out. But again, it was so much fun that they decided not to completely take it out. But they did like they did with the Wasteland series. They kind of put it in a different section where we had to go find it. Now, one thing they did that I was disappointed in is they put in a level 65 requirement before we could play it. This storyline was originally in between the Romulan mystery and the Cardassian struggle. If you go back to episode 24, that I titled From End to Beginning, that that was the end of the Romulan mystery, the epilogue, and then the prologue to the Cardassian struggle. The storyline, this entire storyline goes in the middle of that, in between these two storylines here. And it starts with specters right here. We received reports of strange events in the Et- Eta Eridin sector near the Dunatu system. If you find yourself near that part of space, follow up and see what you can find.
We've received reports of strange events in the Eta Eridani sector, near the Donatu system. If you find yourself near that part of space, follow up and see what you can find.
Alright, except
Serve the Empire well.
This looks like it's just the prologue to this storyline. But we are still going to take our usual shortcut.
Every detail is important. Do not let anything escape your notice. Everything we do is for the Empire.
Yes, it is for the Empire. And guess what the first episode of this is? It is Skirmish.
We have reports of a true wave fleet entering the neutral zone and engaging our ships as well as Federation vessels near the Donatu system. We need you to intercept the true way and learn why they are so far away from their territory. While you're there, destroy the Federation ships as well. A small fleet has already been sent to the area. You'll need to join them in the Donatu system as soon as possible.
Alright, and this is an actual fight here, so... Alright?
Everything we do is for the
And we're already here. Enter Donatus. Alright, we're sloading again. Sloading. And here we go. Excuse me. And for those who say bless you, thank you very much. And we're getting closer and closer and closer, and there we go. Captain, I'm picking up multiple hostile contacts, both Federation and Cardassian splinter factions known as the True Way. I can understand Starfleet being here. They've been giving us trouble in this sector for years, but why would the True Way be here? I recommended that we attempt to board one of their ships, sir. We could get some answers and destroy the hated Cardassians face to face. Alright. Oh, we got some Jimmadar in here too. Oh shoot, man, they were really getting on us real quick.
Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 25.
Ah! Man, that took us out quick. Okay, they were tougher than I expected. So, as I said, it's been a while since I played this one. Alright, let's go for a little bit easier prey then. I say that.
Four shields failing.
Okay.
Target shields have failed. Right shields failing.
Okay.
Four shields failing.
Let's get him.
Left shield failing. Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%.
Okay.
Target shields have failed.
Got a ship with a name on it. Okay.
Four shields failing.
Oh boy, we are.
Integrity below 50%.
Okay, we almost died there.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Okay. Board the Axon. The Cardassian flagship, the Axon, has been disabled. Warp core is stable, Captain. We recommend we get a closer look. An away team is standing by in the transporter room. We will enter battle on your command. Alright, let's move to the Axon. Captain, Cardassian security teams are already starting to move to our position. They'll be no match for us, so no, they won't.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
I'm the guy that brings the knife to the gunfight and still wins. Okay, this is what's known as a dead end. Okay. Okay, we have to go the long way around. Okay.
Enemy combatant in close proximity. Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Whoa, all my team is down. Alright, so where's my doctor? Alright, where'd my doctor go? Oh, somebody got her. Hold on. Alright. Okay, let's see what we're supposed to find in here. Disable force field. The control panel is behind you. That should take care of all the security measures between us and the bridge. I don't expect the Cardassians to give up that easily, though. They'll probably send more security teams to intercept us. Again, we have to go the long way around. So we gotta go through this door way over here. Uh, Hello, boys
Enemy targets on sensor.
and girls.
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Ow. Ooh, what are those?
Enemy combatant in close proximity. Personal shield losing power. Personal shield losing power.
Okay. Alright, investigate strange occurrences in the mess hall. Captain, did you see that? Yes, I did see that. Alright. Investigate the Cardassian. In the name of Kalos, what was that? My eyes may be playing tricks on me, but I thought I saw some sort of creature. Captain, this Cardassian doesn't have any wounds on him. But my readings show that he is dead before we even entered the room. I recommend that we find a med kit and perform an examination on the corpse. We need to know more about what happened to him. If he was attacked by those creatures, we need to be ready. And they are a threat and must be destroyed. Okay. Okay. There it is again. And there's something wrong with the environmentals on the ship. Okay. Let's take a look around here. Okay, read patient records. Patient admitted with a plasma burn caused by an exploding EPS conduit. The wound was treated using a protoplaser, and the patient was admitted to sick bay for a sedation and observation. Patient suffered a neurological event resembling a cerebrovascular accident while sedated and was unable to be resurrected. Further examination in the patient's death is pending an autopsy by the CMO. Okay. Okay. Patient admitted with a fractured tibia suffered while on the holodeck. The bone was splinted and treated with a regenerator. Patient returned later complaining of pain in the treated leg as well as an elevated body temperature. Patient was then treated with a T-cell stimulator to stave off any possible infections. Patient conditions continued to worsen while they were being continually treated to boost their immune response. Patient has died 6.2 hours after entry due to the extreme rate of deterioration in the patient and infection. This is unlikely. Fear of a contagion against being responsible has resulted in a quarantine protocol being enacted. A cause of death is yet to be determined. The corpse will be placed in stasis field pending further examination by CMO. Okay. Well, those walkers are loud when they finally die. Okay. Patient admitted complaining of extreme nausea and fatigue. Primarily exams inconclusive. Patient held overnight observation during which condition worsened. Patient died at 23:52 hours. Quarantine protocols put in place on CMO's orders, and a level 8 force field is in use to prevent the spread of unknown, possibly infectious agent. Force field may not be disabled without command level voice authorization. An autopsy on the patient. The autopsy on the patient was conducted using a laser scalpel to open the chest up cavity. All organs were intact and showed no signs of trauma or infection, which could explain the patient's demise. Cause of death remains undetermined pending further investigation. Patient admitted complaining of pain and inability to concentrate on assigned duties. Patient was treated with a hydrocortisone, that big word there, and told to rest. Physiological evaluation is scheduled. Patient returned several hours later, saying that neither the medication nor rest had helped. Patient was treated with a larger dose of hydrocortisone and admitted to sick bay for observation. During this period, patient fell unconscious and was unable to be revived. An autopsy was conducted using a neural-like probe to obtain sample of the brain tissue. Examination of the neural tissue did not show any signs of neural infection or trauma that would result in headache or fatality. Cause of death remains undetermined with further investigation. All right. Patient admitted with such severe lacerations while a patient admitted with severe lacerations suffered while working in engineering. The wound was closed with using an auto suture, and the patient was released with instructions to refrain from active duty and return for another examination in 24 hours. Patient returned as instructed, complaining of a headache, elevated body temperature, and nausea. White cell count was elevated, and preliminary analysis showed signs of systematic infection resulting in contamination of a wound site. The patient was held in sick bay for treatment and observation. However, the infection spread rapidly and treatment with standard antibiotics was successful. More rigorous treatment and regime was formulated but also proved unsuccessful. Patient's vital functions ceased. Cause of death, circulatory system failure resulting in sepsis. The patient's body has been prepared for transport back to Cardassia Prime. Okay. Okay, gather tools from sick bay. Sir, the Cardassian looks like he had died from the same cause of the Cardassian exam in the mess hall. We need to find a med kit. Alright, use med kit. All medical equipment in this kit has been sterilized and ready for use. Okay, auto suture closes T-cell. That's a vaccine. Auto suture is basically stitching wounds. We want to do the opposite. Laser scalpel, probably. Protoplasm. I think that's the one we need. A neural-like probe is a device that makes use of stabilized biological enzymes to cleave tissue samples from the brain or nervous system. The use of natural enzymes significantly lowers the trauma experienced by the patient and minimizes the amount of time necessary to recover the procedure. Okay, so we're removing a piece of the brain. Captain, that tool should give us better insight into what caused the death for the Cardassian in the mess hall. If we can use a neural probe to obtain a sample of one of the Cardassian's brain tissue, we might be able to determine the cause of death. Investigate dead Cardassian. The neural probe has determined that this individual died of a radical decrease in neural energy. It's almost as if he was drained by an outside source. All the brain's activity came to a complete stop as the energy was depleted. Sir, there's a great deal of interference being picked up by the tricorder, most likely the result of energy residue from whatever was used to do this to the Cardassians. Perhaps we can track it down by following the energy trail. There is a science lab across the hall from the medbay. We should have access to the ship's internal road sensors. Okay. Across the hall, she says. Looks like main engineering, but it looks like a warp core, but I don't think it's actually supposed to be a warp core. Okay, define parameters for scan inquiry. Okay. Okay, scan used by several species, plasma asserts. It can't maintain for this reason. Scan was picking up high levels. There's no anomalous readings in that scan. Okay. Okay, we're gonna skip all this extra. There are no signs of any nuclear fission reaction taking place at the time. Omega energy. All information on Omega energy is classified. Captain, what are Omega molecules? Okay, she doesn't know. Polaric. There are no polaric ions anywhere on the ship. That means triolic. Scan for triolic waves. Pack and I keeping a large concentration of triolic waves centered around the ship's bridge, Captain. Triolic waves are harmful to humanoids. We will not be able to be in the area for long, and the Cardassians would be subject to deleterious effects as well. They would not knowingly use triolic energy. I suggest that we take a closer look. Whoever is causing this triolic waves probably is responsible for the deaths of the Cardassians in the mess hall. Oh, another ghost. It's headed for the ship's bridge. Okay, yes, so are we. Visitor. Alright, I think we're supposed to fight him.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected. Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Okay. Alright, is there any of them left? There's that one. Big guy. Absolute ablation. We'll have to look that one up as soon as we're done here. Where is he? I mean, I'm swinging at him, but where is he? He's way over here. Alright. He'd be dead. There's no mistaking it now, Captain. Those are Davidians. What's curious, though, is that the Davidians are out of phase with us. Normally, we can't see them without the subspace force field turned with the extremely sensitive phase discriminator. We didn't have that. So how are they appearing in our reality? I recommend checking with the Axon crew's log and entries. Maybe they were doing something that made it easier for the Davidians to exist here. Okay. Okay. Read the captain's log.
Our mission goes well. The Axon has disabled or destroyed 7 enemy ships. I look forward to reporting our successes. The Chief Medical Officer is concerned about casualties. It is his job to be concerned. Mine is to operate this ship at peak efficiency. I have read his report about unexplained deaths and dismissed it. There is always an explanation. He simply hasn't looked hard enough for it. I cannot let his failings disrupt our mission. Gulma Dread is looking for men of purpose to assist him. He wants leaders with the will to use whatever means are necessary to free our people from Federation tyranny. If all goes well, after this campaign, I will be seen as one of those leaders.
Okay.
Repairs to the Axon go as expected. Running low on deuterium and warp coils. Wish there was more time between battles to do more than patch critical systems. The time is the most precious commodity there is. 4 crewmen down. 1 died in battle with Klingon forces, but 3 others died in accidents. I have spoken to the captain about launching an investigation, but he sees nothing but his dreams of glory and the return to conquest. Unusual spike in triolic wave energy may be affecting warp core efficiency. Must speak to Triolic and see if his sensor readings have turned up anything unusual.
Okay. Mention of
Letter
Triolic
from
was.
Maja arrived today. She and the children are well, but she worries about me. She wants me to leave the true way and return to Cardassia Prime. 6 months ago, I would have ignored her pleas. Now, though, I miss her. And I see no end to this fighting. Perhaps she was right.
Science Officer's Log, Stardate 86790.8. My duties on a combat mission are limited, but I was pleased today to have a chance to scan the approaching Griffin's Comet. The comet itself has not been a focus of much scientific inquiry, and it last passed through this sector in the late 23rd century. My scans, however, reveal surprising amounts of triolic wave energy emitting from the comet, as well as detectable amounts of chronoton particles. The triolic waves will unfortunately prevent a closer study of the comet. They are quite harmful to humanoid life forms, and the captain is loath to jeopardize our mission for my curiosity. I have requested the launch of a Class 1 probe. The chronotons are of even greater interest. They appear in instances of temporal disturbances, which could mean that this comet has been, or will be, in the presence of a temporal event. Time mechanics are so cumbersome. I must have more data. interest in science. Perhaps I will remind him that chronoton particles are harmful against the aliens who live in the Bajoran wormhole. A potential weapon to use against the Bajoran's gods may be of enough interest to him to divert our course.
Captain, we should return to the Swift. I'm sure Kronos' command would want to know that the Davidians are in the neutral zone. The battlegrounds of our war with the Federation are now feeding grounds for these creatures. Alright. Are you sure you found no sign of these Cardassians attempting to open a portal or otherwise bring the Davidians into our phase variants? This is troublesome. There's a piece to the puzzle I don't have yet. I will reach out to my people and see if any of them have more information. Rejoin the fight against the Federation, and I will contact you as soon as I know more. Let's do that.
Everything we do is for the...
Well, thank you, folks. I will see you on the next episode. So until then, y'all have a good day and a good life.